straight knockouts to open his career, or the cautious boxer? The next phase of Joshua's career has, of course, fantastic possibilities with him tonight, and we will find out just who he is going forward. The guy's retired afterwards because it's just a bad sign. Now, maybe...
I say Rocky 2.
It is Survivor from one of the Rocky movies, right? But the Rocky theme is prevalent. And I'm looking forward to possibly Alexander Usyk or fight with Heavyweight Championship of the World.
Undisputed Heavyweight Championship.
That would be nice. All right, the pomp and circumstance, the entrance, but only a few people left in the ring now. Pulev and Joshua for the... There we go. Again, I mentioned Joshua coming in serious. He comes in just 4 pounds heavier than he was in the Ruiz rematch. One does, Sergio.
No, and he sparred a lot for this fight. He said he sparred sparring partners, hurting them. So we know that's exactly where his mind frame is at.
Specifically trained to beat Ruiz the second time and fought that way.
And welcome to the SSE Arena Wembley and DAZN for the featured bout of the Championship of the World. Boxing in association with Mr. Bob Arum's top-ranking. We're proudly sponsored by William Hill. This bout is sanctioned under the auspices of the British Isles, the World Boxing Association, the President Gilberto, the World Boxing Organization, President Francisco Pacovaca Levine. Introducing your 3 judges, Edwards. From Bulgaria, Jordan Aziber. From England is Stephen Pucci. And at the sound of the bell, your third Marte. Corners of the world to the 4 corners. This is it. The time has come. Eben Kaysen. He wears the red trunk, 11 pounds, 11 ounces. His professional 14 wins coming by way of knockout. WBF International at WBA Intercontinental Heavyweight Pulev. Putting across the ring, the defending champion fighting out of... He wears the white trunks and stands 6 feet 6 inches tall. In 2012, he captured Olympic gold at 23 victories with 21 wins coming avenged in the ring. From Watford in Kingdom, here is the reigning, defending, Anthony Joshua.
Before Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua was...
That's the first time I haven't seen specific instructions from the referee. Deion Duarte needed. Round 1, Heavyweight Championship of the World. Anthony Joshua. And it will be interesting to see if Pulev is able to change, fluid, determined, but he can be hurt. Rocked by Klitschko. So you can hurt this man, but he has quite the...
Klitschko standing in the middle of the ring, looking like he's willing to trade.
And I tell you what, Joshua looks taller than just 2 inches tall. Advantage. Another jab to the body by
jab, and like he caught Klitschko coming in that first round. He kind of buckled.
Manny Robles this week, who of course trained Andy Ruiz for his upset of jab, has an excellent jab, but it's usually straight to the head. Pulev needs the time
skills than Andy Ruiz. Ruiz can bust you up in close with strong right hand, but it's just much more conventional than that inside.
Even the belly, because right now Pulev, you know, he has his arms open like that, but he's ready to
down. We only have a minute to go. Another jab just short, but Joshua
against Klitschko, Pulev fought just like this. He got hit with him and went down a second time.
So established some rhythm here early in the fight.
Well, rhythm is important, but we're all curious to see how he's going to react when he gets clipped on the chin. That's what, you know...
Able to reach the face of Anthony Joshua, just pawed at him there. Body very well either. Long right hand, it's blocked. That's round 1.
Today job? Pick it up free, same day at your local AutoZone. It just got easier.
Double jab now and again off the shoulder, move side to side. Looking for one shot, okay? One good?
Yeah. Nice ball. And you wonder, will we see Kubrat Pulev now in fighting the younger man and the more talented, athletic man?
No, that's what used to fighting behind that jab, but he's awkward in there, so you just got to be patient.
Round takes a good long look. Pulev tries to the body. Good by Joshua. Couldn't quite uncork it. Well, look at a tentative jab there to the body. And to our initial doing in the ring. Confidence, not yet, and not willing to engage where the champ has been. There's a jab to the face.
As long as Joshua doesn't stand in front of Pulev too long to get timed, then he's...
And there's a combination from Joshua. Pretty much blocked by halfway through round number 2. Fight.
Chris is picking. We're in the midway through the second, ending towards the end of the second as to what they're doing, because at this level, man, you make one mistake and the fight
of round number 2. Again, put that Andy Ruiz through that hurt Joshua in New York City.
Did their homework a little bit. They're throwing that jab, but that was the 3rd time I've seen Josh.
Does he come with a plan to win, or are we just going to hear Errol Spence for the welterweight championship? You know, Pulev is a tough guy. I mean, very unlikely.
No, I don't see Pulev winning on points. I think he's closer to Joshua to land something over the top.
Able to block those shots.
Through 2 rounds, we haven't seen it.
That's 2 rounds in the books right now. Long jab by Joshua, Sergio.
It's a long flicking jab, but he also was setting up downstairs. Style, that upright European style like Pulev has, you want to jab at the chest and...
Bout beat Rydell Booker, and he took control about 4 fight, and I think he pretty much hit a good same tempo. And so we'll see, can Kubrat Pulev win this fight? Because these rounds are being scored, and we saw that jab, Sergio, low-level pace.
I can see Pulev taking chances, but I can't see Pulev being creative and opening the right hand.
But then he's got to throw, right? At that point, then he's got to throw. Moving his head nicely, gets under the hook as well, weaves underneath. Well, so far we've seen the Saudi Arabia version.
Right now.
Well, no, he is, but still, this is rather tentative.
That way, previous iterations of Joshua, you'd see it crouch down a little bit, lunge in.
Gets under the hook again, weaves nicely underneath, so good. Clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill. Pulev said.
And this is where AJ needs to be a little bit careful. This is exactly...
Hands from the champion. Knocking Pulev around, turns his back.
That's the 2nd time Pulev turned.
Brian, Anthony Joshua is a composed and ferocious finisher.
And he closed the show. This is impressive. This is the destroyer. That on the ropes again. Turns away. Does he want any more? The uppercut. Pulev. 17 seconds left in this round. They get him back in there. This could end. Deep repertoire. Uppercuts, right hands, now a hook, and the round ends, and whoa, and that's well after the bell. Impressive round nonetheless.
Superhero, he has that masculine.
Here you see Anthony Joshua coming in. Pulev lunges with the jab. Joshua, he stumbles into the corner with his back turned. Sergio, I've seen fight.
That's a big taboo in boxing, guys. You don't turn your back, but that seems slowly.
Many times. That means you no longer want to continue, and the referee should save you. Second knockdown, beautifully done. The uppercuts are just gorgeous from Anthony. What is he doing?
He's admonishing them.
Point away, or at least warn Joshua and take a point away. I don't know if it matters, but
wide. A clean right hand, if it's well timed, can land cleanly, and that's what...
At his best. Big, fluid. He was boxing well, moving his head up, landing his big shots. That was beautiful. Sharp jabs. He's a tough man, but he's been knocked. Pulev's only lost to Vladimir Klitschko, November of 2014.
Well, that's what happens when you turn your back.
That's his right hand. That's his money shot. He threw the jab and came up with a hard smash.
No, it's a very smart strategy throughout for Joshua to keep fighting off that jab. Look for opportunities to throw the right hand, because once he lands one clean.
To that point, the Anthony Joshua we saw in Saudi Arabia, we see he was able to flip the switch, and he went full bore for the knockout.
Andy Ruiz, we're talking about one of the best chins in all.
Pulev now showing some resolve, getting back into this fight. Shot from Joshua after the bell. And now he is.
Be on his toes, because right now Pulev, he was fight or flight. The jab backing up, being careful.
Look at heavyweight boxing. Elder was knocking out guys with one shot when Anthony Joshua was. So Joshua can make a statement here and lead.
Uppercut that Klitschko got hit with. Pulev took that well, but see his knees buckle with that, but he came back strong.
The other part of this, 241 in top shape. He could easily be
That uppercut, because they become susceptible to the bigger punches from his opponent.
Which I believe gave Alexander Povetkin the impetus to throw his uppercut.
Pulev in the red. Brian Kenny, Sergio Mora, Chris Mannix here after this bout. See what they're saying in London. But here, the tough Bulgarian fighter down twice on the
There to knock down at this level, but is a difficult fighter to keep down.
I'm very surprised he's still in this fight. I mean, Chris, when he was getting rattled around, it looked
Going back to the jab and boxing off the back foot, because Pulev, he has fighting on.
It's unlikely at this point in the fight. I'm sure he still wants to stop his man, but that's and being selectively aggressive.
Yeah, I don't know if I call it a weak. Is consistently telling him what we're talking about. Throw the jab, fight behind it. Just gets him in trouble.
Well, remember the conversations we had in Saudi Arabia with John. Real boxer. I can box. I can get on my toes. I can box. I just fell in love with my both worlds. The combination of his boxing ability and his power. Joshua, that's a snap the head back on Pulev.
That right uppercut will land again. That straight right on the outside.
And there was including Deontay Wilder when Wilder was unbeaten. Right now, most way he was able to beat down Deontay Wilder. A beat Chris, and would sell that next big fight, a super fight.
Oh, vulnerability of significant flaws that begin with their chins. And Anthony Joshua have a blown-up cruiserweight. So it's an excellent matchup.
He has to do it here. See that jab? He's not getting carried away with it.
Effective work by Anthony Joshua. So another good round by Anthony Joshua. And with those just taking control of this fight. Here we go, round 6. Anthony Joshua looking sharp. Professional boxers, you come back. Yeah, you're not just going to be perfect. You've had months away, under the same circumstances, but it's not easy to. Everybody's been dealing with that, but certainly you can make.
Pulev has readjusted, found his legs. He's coming jab. He's going to have success, Pulev is.
That was a good pull right there. I mean, he just missed, able to slip. Joshua slipping nicely. Good head movement by Anthony Joshua. Jabs landing by Joshua to the head and body.
And that's what
Now we see a little better rhythm and a little more confidence from Joshua. He's got his head up a little. That's what I was. Now they are.
Yeah, he's throwing hard jabs and defending hand in some of his more successful moments.
Tries with the hook. They're warning Pulev. Again, Pulev is 39 years old. He's in, and maybe we've seen that dimension tonight, and that's all there's going to be. Be careful. Good long jab by Joshua. Joshua measures him, tries to get him with an uppercut, and actually holds.
He likes to bully opponents. I like the fact that he's doing that, because Joshua doesn't want to.
When he gets inside, if the ref isn't saying break, you can punch. And that.
You do want to start to try to time these Pulev lunges. He's lunging.
And now a little dancing from Joshua. He starts to move. The work getting easier.
Just boxing. You walk into the right hand by himself. Just move up to the right hand. Don't sit in front of him like that. Stay alert with this kid. He's looking for.
Number 25, 23 wins. Kubrat Pulev looks at 2009. About the stage, the 7th, 8th, 9th that Joshua might get to
Pulev to commit more in that last round. He was stepping into the shots. He had been a bit reluctant to commit, but in that last round, he was committing with the.
The crowd getting behind.
Good jab.
Wow, right hand, and again look for the uppercut, and he's planting his feet of his own and just laughs it all off. What a tough match.
Joshua really planted his feet and really dug those uppercuts in, but
thudding, spearing jab. At times he's been, but Pulev just won't go away.
Yeah, and I like the way he shots together, planted his feet, realised that no, Pulev's still solid. Good jab from Pulev.
Yeah, lovely jab from Kubrat Pulev. Huey Fury was telling it.
Yeah, nice one too. If Pulev can get that bit closer with his feet, that right hand was at the end of the punch, and the sting had gone out of it. So
Wilder, one of the great performances. Joshua's look.
How are you seeing this one so far? And are there signs that Kubrat Pulev?
Me,
he should be taking centre of the ring and doubling up on that jab. You know, he's waiting too long and giving to
your man.
Keep pressing, keep working the jab, do more.
We go down the stretch now. Can you see an AJ stoppage?
Pulev's there for the taking, really.
Thanks, Peter.
The aggressive old Anthony Joshua would be back, and Peter's saying, get back to that. You know, double jab him.
Yeah, I think Joshua just needs to keep Pulev at that distance, at the end, more feints, maybe feint the jab, hook off it, jab the body with his feet. He's trying to time the jab of Joshua.
And standing, right hand from Pulev was a sweet one. It seems that he needs waking up at times, Joshua, as he goes aggressive. Old. It's exciting though, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, Pulev, the sting had been taken out of it. But this is good. This is good for turning into a left hook. But he's keep putting that. He'll keep offsetting him. He'll keep him at range, keep him off balance.
So frenetically hard for this. Must be so difficult. It was meant to happen 3 years ago. Then June the 20th. It's here. We've got the fans. They're making noise.
In on him. You know, Pulev's always trying to get closer by nudging back, and it makes him start again.
Pulev's not doing enough, is he, to take these sessions? A hard man to shift. And that jab is good.
Yeah, it's really good, but it just keeps Pulev at bay. He stops.
The crowd here. Never forget this.
Yeah, there's that right hand that Pulev landed, but Joshua was all out of it.
Taking a break, move to the right or to the left. So he...
Round of Anthony Joshua's career started in October 2000. Both so experienced, and he very handy lead, surely, Matt.
Yeah, definitely, well ahead.
Pulev trying again with the combination. It's not quite...
Yeah, he's just a little bit too far out with his feet, Pulev, when he starts his attack, which power has gone out of it.
Ever so off the canvas and in real bother in the spirit. He's trying so hard to do this for his family. Very good friends with some of the big Bulgarian sporting, but Joshua boxing well here and looking for the uppercut.
Yeah, good work, snuff it. Just got to be careful. Pulev coming in, still dangerous, looking closer. And then punch the minute he's punching.
And again, Pulev holds. What a gladiator. How much credit for that?
I've been really impressed with the punch resistance and just shook them off.
And that one really hurt Kubrat Pulev, and he's down again. He gets to his feet once more. Kubrat Pulev surely needs the bell. There is no way, surely, he can get up from that. It's over. A sizzling AJ and remains on that road to undisputed. And for Joshua Fury and a double dose in 2021. Hats off to the bravery and the spitting outclassed and taken out. But he tried back home in Bulgaria. But it was Joshua's night. Knockout finish. And he's going to see his friend Floyd Mayweather. All round. Wonderful pictures. And if anyone was questioning Saudi Arabia, which was a game plan X, I think we got, Matt, what we were talking about this week, a mixture. Sheer power he still has, and it's knockout number 2.
Uppercut there. I mean, that is one of Joshua's honey punches. His pure performance from Joshua. Controlled aggression. Pulev, what a solid chin he had. When he had to step back and ease up, that's what he did. Know when to get back onto the boxing. I thought it was a really good performance. Found the shots, could go through the gears to get the finish when he needed to.
Pulev on the floor, bundles of tile. He tried his hardest, and at the age of 39, the mandatory challenger, and that was the finisher.
Yeah. But the reflexes weren't there. Didn't see the shot coming. Pulev was always dangerous. He was still always there. He had that baby If he'd have taken that shot earlier on, maybe he'd have taken it Pulev at this point. And then that shot, the right hand, he'd already been down.
These two, after with a mature performance, Kubrat Pulev took it to him, who kept his cool, and he showcased. There they are, Joby Clayton, Angel Hernandez. It's a great night for Team Joshua, and it sets us up.
Halt to this contest, the official time of the winner by knockout, and still the Anthony.
Mandatory challenge, WBO mandatory challenge in Alexander Usyk, Tyson Fury, and Deontay Wilder. Legalities in the whole world of boxing, certainly not anyone in next. We know the talks are advanced. It was a strong, tough fight. And in rounds, they tried things out, and he got the knockout in his arsenal.
Yeah, look, I think against Andy Ruiz in Saudi Arabia, going back in, the immediate rematch, everything like that, he just got rid of everything. Any demons, any doubts, any... was his right hand slipping outside that jab, which when he heard him, he had the experience and the maturity to step back off it when he knew.
Super, the WBO, the IBF and the IBO.
AJ, that's your microphone now. I just wonder if you want to...
Wembley Arena, can you hear me? Let's make some noise.
So there is a mission for Joshua. He knows what he's doing in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the SSE Arena Wembley here in London, England. We are live on Sky Sports Box Office and DAZN for the featured bout of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the Unified Heavyweight Championship of the World. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing in association with Mr. Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, Epic Sports and Entertainment, and 258 Management. We're proudly sponsored by William Hill, StubHub, Lannistar, AO.com, and JD Sports. This bout is sanctioned under the auspices of the British Boxing Board of Control, the steward in charge and supervisor, Mr. Charles Giles, the World Boxing Association, the president, Gilberto Jesus Mendoza, the International Boxing Federation, the president, Daryl J. Peoples, the World Boxing Organization, President Francisco Paco Valcarcel, and the International Boxing Organization, the president is Ed Levine. Introducing your three judges scoring this world title contest from ringside. From England, Phil Edwards. From Bulgaria, Jordan Azikiev. And from Italy, Matteo Montella. Your timekeeper from England is Stephen Pucci. And at the sound of the bell, your third man in the ring from South Africa, referee Dion Duarte. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the four corners of the world, to the four corners of this ring, right here in London, England. This is it. The time has come. The fight starts now. Introducing first, the challenger. He's fighting out of the red corner with his head trainer, Eben Kaysen. He wears the red trunks and stands 6 feet 4.5 inches tall. He scaled 17 stone, 11 pounds, 11 ounces. His professional record, 28 victories against 1 defeat. He has 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Out of Sofia, Bulgaria, here is the former European, IBF International, and WBA Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, Kubrat, the Cobra Pulev. And his opponent across the ring, the defending champion, fighting out of the blue corner, with head trainer Rob McCracken. He wears the white trunks and stands 6 feet 6 inches tall. He scaled at already 17 stone, 2 pounds, 13 ounces. In 2012, he captured Olympic gold. And now, as a professional, in 24 bouts, his record stands at 23 victories, with 21 wins coming by way of knockout, against one lone defeat that he swiftly avenged in the ring. From Watford, England, he is the heavyweight fighting pride of all the United Kingdom. Here is the reigning, defending, unified heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua!
Before Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua was a seek and destroy fighter. Is he still that fighter? We're about to find out.
That's the first time I haven't seen specific instructions from the referee. Duarte of South Africa is the referee, and we're underway. No instructions needed. Round 1, heavyweight championship of the world. Anthony Joshua in the white trunks. Kubrat in the red. And it will be interesting to see if Pulev is able to change the equation early and test Anthony Joshua. Joshua, of course, big, fluid, determined, but he can be hurt. Rocked by Dillian White, Alexander Povetkin, and of course Andy Ruiz, who's knocked out and knocked down by Vladimir Klitschko. So you can hurt this man, but he has quite the offensive arsenal.
Early on, you see Kubrat Pulev, just like against Klitschko, standing in the middle of the ring, looking like he's willing to trade.
Trying with the jab, tries to the body early. You're right, if he stays at that distance and I'll tell you what, Joshua looks taller than just 2 inches taller than Pulev. He is longer, he's rangier, he's got a big distance advantage. Another jab to the body by Pulev, returned in favor by Joshua.
Pulev's best punch is a well-timed jab, and like he caught Klitschko coming in that first round. He kind of buckled Klitschko with a well-timed jab. That's exactly what he's trying to do here with Joshua.
Yeah, and I talked to Manny Robles this week, who of course trained Andy Ruiz for his upset of Joshua last year. He told me the key for Pulev was to time that Joshua jab. He said Joshua has an excellent jab, but it's usually straight to the head. Pulev needs to time it, then come over the top with that right hand.
Yeah, Pulev, a very different fighter, though. Very different offensive skills than Andy Ruiz. Ruiz can bust you up in close. Pulev does not have that type of weaponry. What he has is a good long jab and a good strong right hand. But it's just much more conventional than that inside power game that Ruiz had.
It'll serve Joshua right if he can aim that jab at the chest or even the belly, because right now Pulev, he has his arms open like that, but he's ready to jab just like he did right there.
Joshua able to land with the jab here. One of the few punches landed in the first round. We only have a minute to go. Another jab just short, but Joshua trying to find that range.
That first round against Klitschko, Pulev fought just like this. He got hit with a left hook, went down, stood up, did a little dance, and then got hit with the same left hook again and went down a second time.
Sergio, we asked you, psychologically, how do you think Joshua is, and is it important for him just to establish some rhythm here early in the fight?
Well, rhythm is important, but we're all curious to see how he's going to react when he gets clipped on the chin. That's what, people are curious about. But right now, he's handling things right. He's disciplined, fighting behind the jab.
Kubrat able to reach the face of Anthony Joshua, just pawed at him there, but trying to get a little closer to him. And then maybe exploit it, although Pulev doesn't go to the body very well either. Long right hand, it's blocked. Jab, you can see the range advantage for Anthony Joshua. That's round 1.
At AutoZone, you get what you need when you need it. Got a today job? Pick it up free same day at your local AutoZone. More of a tomorrow project? Order as late as 10 p.m. It just got easier.
Keep the range under control. You've got him under control with the range, and then you bring him onto that left hook and that right hand, all right? Double jab now and again off the shoulder, move side to side. Good hand positioning, good upper body, okay? Don't switch off with this guy. He's looking for one shot, okay? Want to? Yeah. Nice.
Well, that was a classic feeling out first round, Sergio Mora. Not much happened at all. And you wonder, will we see Kubrat Pulev now in the second round try to come up with something? Again, he's got to change something with his style in fighting the younger man and the more talented, athletic man.
No, that's what it is when you're fighting Kubrat Pulev. You know, he's tall. He also has that Olympic pedigree, so he's used to fighting behind that jab, but he's awkward in there. So you just got to be patient with a fighter like Pulev.
A little more conviction with that jab from Anthony Joshua here to open up the second round. Takes a good long look. Pulev tries to the body. Waiting for that right hand. That was loaded by Joshua. Couldn't quite uncork it. Well, they're going to play this whole song.
To the SSE.
A tentative jab there to the body. And to our initial doing in the ring, which Joshua will we see. So far, Joshua not fighting with
so we know that's exactly where
confidence. Not yet. And not willing to engage. And look, maybe that's smart early rounds of Pulev. But we'll have to wait and see where the champ has been. There's a jab to the face.
As long as Joshua doesn't stand in front of Pulev too long to get timed, then he's fine. But look, right here, he just needs to not stand right in front of him and then look for the right opening.
And there's a combination from Joshua. Pretty much blocked by Pulev covering up as they begin to engage here. Halfway through round number 2. Let's go to Joshua Buatsi, who is ringside. Joshua, your thoughts here in the early moments of this fight?
Chris, it's picking up. It started off slow. I think both men wanted to have a look at each other. They did that. We're in the midway through the second, ending towards the end of the second, and there's been a bit of engagement. But as you can see, both men are precautious, very cautious as to what they're doing, because at this level, man, you make one mistake and the fight can be over. But it's picking up nicely, man.
Joshua, thank you so much. Again, final minute of round number 2. Again, Pulev has an excellent right hand, but it is a long right, not that short, choppy right that Andy Ruiz threw that hurt Joshua in New York City. Good long jab there by Joshua.
Now you can see Joshua and Rob McCracken, his trainer, did their homework a little bit. They're throwing that jab, but that was the third time I've seen Josh try to reach around with that left hook that Pulev's been vulnerable to.
And on Pulev's side, does he come with a plan to win, or are we just going to hear, hey, I competed at my best, I've got to be myself? Again, I mentioned like Danny Garcia last week against Errol Spence for the welterweight championship. You know, Pulev is a tough guy, and Pulev can make things happen in there and just be difficult, but will he win on points? I mean, very unlikely.
No, I don't see Pulev winning on points. I think the quieter this fight is, the better it is for Pulev. Right now he's trying to inch his way closer to Joshua to land something over the top.
Able to block those shots pretty well.
Well, the path to victory for Pulev is a steady and consistent jab. And through 2 rounds, we haven't seen it.
That's 2 rounds in the books right now. A little extracurricular there after the bell.
Just keep coming until you get back to the rope. He's going to try to rope. He's going to try to rope. Okay, yeah, be careful, but just try to get him back to the rope with that jab.
And there's that long jab by Joshua, Sergio.
It's a long flicking jab, but he also was setting it up by going downstairs. That was the first round where I seen Joshua actually stab Pulev with jabs downstairs. When you're dealing with that European style, that upright European style like Pulev has, you want to jab at the chest and the gut.
Ready for round number 3. Kubrat Pulev in his last bout beat Rydell Booker. And he took control about 4 rounds in, jabbed effectively, stayed busy, but Andre Ward, former world champion, was calling that fight. And I think he pretty much hit a good kind of diagnosis on Pulev, said he showed no variation in his attack. Same rhythm, same cadence, same tempo. And so we'll see, can Kubrat Pulev be a little more creative here tonight and then take the chances necessary to actually win this fight? Because these rounds are being scored, and we saw that jab, Sergio, and you know, this could be an easy points win for Joshua if this stays at this low-level pace.
I can see Pulev taking chances, but I can't see Pulev being creative. I don't think that's his style. He likes to keep this distance. He likes to look for strong jabs and openings of the right hand.
But then he's got to throw, right? At that point, then he's got to throw.
He has to throw, but he'd rather catch you coming in.
Joshua getting out of trouble. Moving his head nicely, gets under the hook as well. Weaves underneath. Pulev tries to get rough on the inside. Well, so far we've seen the Saudi Arabia version of Anthony Joshua. Is that fair to say, fellas?
I think Joshua's being patient right now.
Well, no, he is, but still, this is rather tentative. Long right hand.
Yeah, he's fighting off the jab, and he's looking for opportunities that way. Previous iterations of Joshua, you'd see him crouch down a little bit, lunge in, look for those big shots. He's definitely fighting more like the fighter that beat Ruiz the second time.
Gets under the hook again. Weaves nicely underneath, so good defensive skills by Joshua. And a return right hand. Good counter right. Pulev is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill. Pulev says he's not hurt. Screaming out. But Joshua, there's confidence. There's aggression.
And this is where AJ needs to be a little bit careful. This is exactly where he got hurt with Andy Ruiz, getting reckless, going aggressive, and going towards him.
Beautiful right hands from the champion. Knocking Pulev around the ring. Hits him with an uppercut as well. Another uppercut. That hurt Pulev. Pulev's on the ropes. He's hurt. He turns his back.
That's the second time Pulev turns his back.
That fight could have been stopped. That's a knockdown, but that could have been stopped.
Let's try this again, Brian. Anthony Joshua is a composed and ferocious finisher. Watch this.
That's what you said against Ruiz. Let's see. Can he close the show? This is impressive. This is the destroyer that we saw through his first 20 fights. Pulev is hurt. Pulev on the ropes again. Turns away. Does he want any more? The uppercut. Pulev down on his back. Second knockdown of the round. Two knockdowns. There's 17 seconds left in this round. They get him back in there. This could end. Joshua showing the complete repertoire. Uppercuts, right hands, now a hook. Another uppercut. That uppercut has found a home. He is hitting him every time. And the round ends, and whoa, and that's well after the bell and unnecessary. Very impressive round nonetheless.
Superhero, he has that masculine.
Brian, you made the point after that first knockdown. That very easily could have been stopped. Here you see Anthony Joshua coming in. Pulev lunges with the jab. Joshua feints, ducks it, lands that big right hand. And before Pulev can go down, he stumbles into the corner with his back turned. Sergio, I've seen fights stopped because of that.
That's all body language. That's a big man not knowing how to react to being hurt. That's a big taboo in boxing, guys. You don't turn your back, but that's instinctive. That's something that Pulev's not used to.
When you turn your back like that, the fight can be stopped. We've seen it many times. That means you no longer want to continue, and the referee should save you. Now, I don't know if that's what Pulev wanted, but he was almost out on his feet. And then here's the second knockdown. Beautifully done. The uppercuts are just gorgeous from Anthony Joshua, as he now can't wait to start this round. Come on, ref, let him start. What is he doing?
He's admonishing them for the end of that last round. A couple of cheap shots at the very end.
Well, you know, to that point, you could take a point away, or at least warn Joshua and take a point away. I don't know if it matters, but he's right about that.
See, that's the thing about a style like Pulev, where his hands are so wide. A clean right hand, if it's well timed, can land cleanly, and that's what happened there.
Well, that was an impressive round. Look, that's exhilarating, and that's Anthony Joshua at his best. Big, fluid. He was boxing well, moving his head. He seemed tentative. We wondered where the confidence was, or at least I did. And then he opened up, landing his big shots. That was beautiful. Sharp jab from Joshua. Now he's snapping it out, followed by a right hand. Pulev is on shaky legs. He's a tough man, but he's been knocked down twice already. Again, Pulev's only loss to Vladimir Klitschko, November of 2014. The blood on the back of the head of Kubrat Pulev.
Well, that's what happens when you turn your back, Brian. See, that's an instinctual reaction. See right there, Pulev still has game.
That's his right hand. That's his money shot. He threw the jab and came up with a hard right hand, and that's his best weapon. So Joshua clearly cannot just walk to this man.
No, it's a very smart strategy throughout for Joshua to keep fighting off that jab. Look for opportunities to throw the right hand, because once he lands one clean, it visibly hurts Pulev.
And again, I brought up, this was to that point, the Anthony Joshua we saw in Saudi Arabia. And again, there's a fine line between masterful and reluctant. But now in this fight, we see he was able to flip the switch, and he went full bore for the knockout in the 3rd round. Give him credit for that.
And you have to remember, when talking about Andy Ruiz, we're talking about one of the best chins in all of heavyweight boxing. So you know what you're getting into with that type of fight.
Pulev now showing some resolve, getting back into this fight. Again, he did not know where he was. Turned his back, somehow kept going, got knocked down on his back, took a late shot from Joshua after the bell. And now he is back in this fight in the 4th round, about 40 seconds left.
Well, so far, Joshua's staying composed. He didn't get the finish, but he is staying composed, and he needs to be on his toes, because right now Pulev, it was fight or flight for Pulev, and right now he chose fight. He's coming forward, and it looks like Joshua knows that now, and he's going back to the jab, backing up, being careful.
Look, at heavyweight boxing is a show, and the heavyweight division was revitalized when Deontay Wilder was knocking out guys with one shot, when Anthony Joshua was knocking everybody out, and then when Tyson Fury boxed beautifully against Wilder and knocked him out. So Joshua can make a statement here and lead to a true super fight next. He looks great through 4. That uppercut is a thing of beauty, Sergio.
That's exactly the same uppercut that Klitschko got hit with. Pulev took that well, but Joshua kept looking for that same right uppercut. A beautiful shot. You got to give Pulev credit for taking that shot. You can see his knees buckle with that, but he came back strong.
The other part of this, too, is you have to realize, you're like, wow, Pulev's going down like that. Anthony Joshua is a dreadnought. He's 6'6", 241 in top shape. He could easily be 255, 260, and that's a big, strong man.
And what's in that uppercut? Because they become susceptible to the bigger punches from his opponent, not Joshua.
Yeah, it's been a weapon for him, though, throughout the course of his career. Against Dillian White, he landed some big uppercuts, which I believe gave Alexander Povetkin the impetus to throw his uppercut to put Dillian White down.
Round number 5, heavyweight championship. Anthony Joshua in the white trunks, Kubrat Pulev in the red. Brian Kenny, Sergio Mora, Chris Mannix here calling this fight. Got our full team led by Gabby Logan there ringside. We'll have full reaction after this bout. See what they're saying in London. But here we've had excitement. 2 knockdowns in round 3. Anthony Joshua putting Kubrat Pulev, the tough Bulgarian fighter, down twice on the deck in that round.
Pulev historically is not a difficult fighter to knock down at this level, but is a difficult fighter to keep down, as Vladimir Klitschko learned in 2014.
I'm very surprised he's still in this fight. I mean, Chris, when he was getting rattled around, it looked like it was going to end. He was badly hurt.
And I think Joshua knows that. That's why he's going back to the jab and boxing off the back foot, because Pulev, he has fight in him. Pulev's coming forward looking for the right shots.
Joshua, if he's thinking this way, I mean, it's unlikely at this point in the fight. I'm sure he still wants to stop his man, but that's a 10-7 round. Your winning round's going away. You can win this fight by being smart and being selectively aggressive.
Yeah, I don't know if I call it a weakness, but I had this conversation with Manny Robles. Rob McCracken in Joshua's corner is consistently telling him what we're talking about. Throw the jab, fight behind it. But Joshua's instinct is to be entertaining, to please the crowd, and that's what sometimes gets him in trouble.
Well, remember the conversations we had in Saudi Arabia with Joshua, in that we were told by McCracken and Joshua, hey, as an amateur, I was a real boxer. I can box, I can get on my toes, I can box. I just fell in love with my power. So now, do we see in this next phase of his career that the best of both worlds, the combination of his boxing ability and his power, that would be something truly special. Good hard jab and a right hand by Joshua. That's a snap the head back on Pulev. That's a hard, beautiful jab.
That right uppercut will land again. That straight right will land again. But he has to be patient, Joshua does. So keep stinging Pulev with that jab. Keep him on the outside.
And there was a period of time where most people in the world thought Anthony Joshua would never lose to anyone, including Deontay Wilder when Wilder was unbeaten. Right now, most people, it's a good hard shot from Pulev. Most people think Tyson Fury is unbeatable, the way he was able to beat down Deontay Wilder. A beatdown here by Joshua might change the perception, and the perception sells, Chris, and would sell that next big fight, a super fight.
Oh, vulnerability sells. Neither one of those guys is considered unbeatable. Both have significant flaws that begin with their chins. When Anthony Joshua was knocked out, Tyson Fury has been knocked down by a couple of guys, including Steve Cunningham, kind of a blown-up cruiserweight. So it's an excellent matchup.
Shot to the body, smiles from Pulev, but he's been down twice and is losing this fight.
I think he's doing exactly what I said earlier.
This is what he has to do right here. See that jab? He's not getting carried away with it.
Effective work by Anthony Joshua in that round. Good hard body shot, recognized by Pulev. So another good round by Anthony Joshua. And with those two knockdowns in the bank in round 3, he's established himself and has taken control of this fight. Here we go, round 6. Anthony Joshua looking sharp. First fight since the shutdown. That's another part of it, guys, is that, you know, like most professional boxers, you come back. Yeah, you're not just going to be perfect. You've had months away, and that is not the way Anthony Joshua has wanted to fight. Now, Kubrat Pulev under the same circumstances, but it's not easy to be at your very best when you've had several months off, and including a full year off. Everybody's been dealing with that, but certainly you can make some allowances here for Joshua as he gets back in the ring, having regained his heavyweight belts.
Pulev has readjusted, found his legs. He's coming forward, and his best punch is a jab, and right there he lands it again. So if he can come forward with that jab, he's going to have success, Pulev is.
That was a good pull right there. I mean, he just put it straight up the middle and jarred Joshua with that. There it is again, just missed, able to slip. Joshua slipping nicely. Tries with the right hand, Joshua gets underneath it. Good head movement by Anthony Joshua. Jabs landing by Joshua to the head and body.
And that's what I wanted to see earlier from Joshua, because that's going to bring down the arms of Pulev to land that straight right hand again.
And now we see a little better rhythm and a little more confidence from Joshua. He's got his head up a little bit, but he's smiling, he's loose, and he has more conviction on those shots. And that's what I was wondering about, Chris, and why I asked about his confidence early. He looked tentative. Those weren't real hard jabs. Now they are.
Yeah, he's throwing hard jabs and defending himself against that Pulev jab as well. We're not seeing Pulev get that jab off as often as we had in some of his more successful moments.
Tries with the hook. Looked like it just grazed Pulev and the front of him. Dion Duarte there warning Pulev. Again, Pulev is 39 years old. He's in great condition. He's only lost to Vladimir Klitschko, but he's pretty much one-dimensional. And maybe we've seen that dimension tonight, and that's all there's going to be. But he's tough, and he's trying with the right hand. So Joshua has still got to be careful. Good long jab by Joshua. Joshua measures him, tries to get him with an uppercut, and actually holds the back of his head. You can't do that. You can't do that either. That's a shot to the back of the head.
Now, Pulev is rough. He likes to bully opponents. I like the fact that he's doing that, because Joshua doesn't want to get in this type of fight.
Well, he's got to try, too. Yeah, along the lines of, we're saying you have to try something. When he gets inside, if the ref isn't saying break, you can punch. And that's where he's got his only chance, really.
And if you're Joshua, you do want to start to try to time these Pulev lunges. He's lunging in with that right hand to try to land a big shot. If you time it, you can connect with a bigger one.
And now a little dancing from Joshua. He starts to move. He starts to get up on his toes, flick out the jab, and that's the end of the round. The work getting easier for the heavyweight champion.
That's just boxing. You walk into the right hand by himself, just move off to the right after your jab or double jab. Move off to the right. He'll give you that shot there, he'll give you that shot. Just don't sit in front of him, okay? Stay alert with this kid, he's looking for a couple of shots, okay? Keep feinting him.
White of AJ in fight number 25, 23 wins. Kubrat Pulev looking for his 29th, the most meaningful victory throughout a career that goes back to 2009. Here comes Joshua again. People just felt that this would be about the stage, the 7th, 8th, 9th, that Joshua might get to Pulev.
I thought there was a definite willingness on Pulev to commit more in that last round. He was stepping into the shots. Before that, he's doing it cage, he's punching at Joshua, jabbing the body, feinting. He has been a bit reluctant to commit, but in that last round, he was committing with the 1-2, he was committing with the lead left hook.
Getting behind the home favourite as Pulev tries another right hand. And an uppercut again from Joshua. First time he's tried that in a few rounds.
Good jab. A nice jab to the body.
Yeah, really nice that from Joshua. Wild right hand, but again looking for the uppercut, and he's planting his feet now, and he's trying to up the ante again, but Pulev comes back with an uppercut of his own and just laughs it all off. What a tough man, what a hard man this warrior from Bulgaria is.
Yeah, Joshua really planted his feet and really dug those uppercuts in, but Pulev took them so well and came firing back. Good jab.
Thudding, spearing jab. At times he's been terrific tonight, Joshua, with his punch variety. But Pulev just won't go away.
Yeah, and I like the way his shot selection and pacing himself. Yeah, he turned the screw there a little bit, put some shots together, planted his feet, realised that, no, Pulev's still solid, he's still in it, and he's backed up again. He hasn't overexerted himself. That's experience. Good jab from Pulev.
Yeah, lovely jab from Kubrat Pulev. Fury was telling us that that was the danger. Right hand as well. Trying to close that distance.
Yeah, nice one too. If Pulev can get that bit closer with his feet, then when he does land that right hand, it'll be at the right biting distance. At the minute, like back then, he landed that right hand, but it was at the end of the punch, and the sting had gone out of it. So Joshua's doing well to keep the fight at this distance.
Tyson Fury will be watching this with interest after that amazing win over Deontay Wilder. One of the great performances. Joshua's looking for a good one here. Let's get down to Andy, who's with Peter Fury.
Peter, how are you seeing this one so far? And are there signs that Kubrat Pulev is still a very dangerous man in this fight?
Yeah, he's in the fight because AJ's allowing him to be in the fight. You know, for me, he should be taking centre of the ring and doubling up on that jab and finding his range more with the jab, you know, putting it out there, you know, feinting it, coming back with a double jab and letting his shots go. You know, he's waiting too long and giving Kubrat Pulev all the chances in the world, really.
And just to flip it on its head, if you're in the Pulev corner, what are you saying to your man?
Keep pressing, keep working the jab, do more jabs to the body, head and body, and just stay very cagey, wait for the response.
Just as we go down the stretch now, can you see an AJ stoppage?
Yeah, it can end in any moment, but like I said, he needs to just step on the gas because Pulev's there for the taking, really.
Thanks, Peter.
Fantastic to hear the thoughts of Peter Fury. The aggressive old Anthony Joshua would be back. We've seen that tonight. We've also seen him mix it up with that lovely jab and the movement, and Peter's saying, get back to that, you know, double jab him, because he's getting close, isn't he, Pulev? And maybe Team Joshua don't want that.
Yeah, I think Joshua just needs to keep Pulev at that distance, at the end of the jab, keep jabbing and mix the jab up, but be a bit more variety with the jab, a few more feints, maybe feint the jab, hook off it, jab the body. double up on the jab. Don't become readable, because Pulev is trying to edge closer with his feet. He's trying to time the jab of Joshua.
Talking to Pulev in there, remember, he was saying, I'm going to be the last man standing. Right hand from Pulev was a sweet one here in the 8th round. Just almost seems that he needs waking up at times, Joshua, as he goes back, and now he fancies the aggressive old book. He gets that out, mixing it up. It's exciting though, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think, Pulev landed the right hand there, good right hand, but it was at the end of the punch. Joshua was already moving away from it, so the sting had been taken out of it. But this is good. This is good from Joshua, jabbing the body. Now throw the right hand over the top, or feint the jab to the body, and turn it into a left hook. But he's keep putting that jab down there, keep him busy, keep him thinking. Pulev, he'll keep offsetting him, he'll keep him at range, keep him off balance.
Both are trained so frenetically hard for this. Must be so difficult. All 2020 for fighters, not knowing when they were going to meet. It was meant to happen 3 years ago then. June the 20th at the wonderful Tottenham Hotspur Stadium was the plan, but 6 months on, it's here. We've got the fans, they're making noise, and we've got a good fight.
Joshua's using that jab to the body. It stops Pulev advancing in on him. Pulev's always trying to get closer by nudging that front foot forward, trying to pressure Joshua with his feet. When Joshua gives him the jab to the body, it knocks him back, and it makes him start again.
A plethora of jabs to the body in the 8th round, looking for the right hand as well. Pulev's not doing enough, is he, to take these sessions? He's got to do more. Still there, still a hard man to shift, but Joshua getting the cleaner punches home. And that jab is good to the body. That's been the punch to remember in this round.
Yeah, it's really good, but it just keeps Pulev at bay, stops him from advancing closer.
SSE Wembley Arena. I'll never forget this. A special occasion.
Yeah, there's that right hand that Pulev landed, but Joshua was already moving away from it, so there was no power in it then at that point. The sting had completely gone out of it.
Move here a little bit, move there. Don't let him just stand in front of you and jab you, okay? Okay? Even if you're taking a break. If you're taking a break, move to the right or to the left so he moves his foundation.
Go to the trick.
Nice.
112th round of Anthony Joshua's career started in October 2013. It's the 209th for Kubrat Pulev. Both so experienced, only one defeat apiece. Anthony Joshua in a very, very handy lead, surely, Matt.
Yeah, definitely. Well ahead here. Good jab again from Joshua.
Pulev trying again with the combinations. Not quite cute enough, is he? The quality is from Joshua.
Yeah, he's just a little bit too far out with his feet, Pulev, when he starts his attack, which means he starts to reach for it, falls off balance, and even though he's landing the right hand sometimes, the power has gone out of it.
Ever so brave, Kubrat Pulev, to have hauled himself up off the canvas and in real bother in the 3rd round. Nice shot from Joshua. He's shown enormous spirit. He's trying so hard to do this for his family. 2 million tuned in when he fought Klitschko. He's very good friends with some of the big Bulgarian sporting stars, and there's no boxers really. He wants to be that man. But Joshua boxing well here and looking for the uppercut.
Yeah, good work here from Joshua at long range, setting things up behind the jab, feinting the jab, hooking off it. Just got to be careful. Pulev coming in, still dangerous, looking for that 1-2. But like I say, Pulev is starting from too far out with his feet. He needs to get closer and then punch. The minute he's punching and he's reaching with the shot and he's falling off balance.
There's the uppercut again, doubles it, trebles it, and again Pulev holds. And still he smiles. What a warrior. What a gladiator. How much he's trying in here, Kubrat Pulev. You've got to give him enormous credit for that.
I've been really impressed with the punch resistance, with the chin of Pulev. The amount of clean, hard shots he's taken and just shook them off.
Good uppercut from Joshua, and that one really hurt Kubrat Pulev, and he's down again in the 9th round. 30 seconds remaining. He gets to his feet once more, refusing to wilt, but how much more can he take here, Kubrat Pulev? Surely needs the bell. Will Joshua let him off the hook?
Big shots.
And that is it! There is no way, surely, he can get up from that. If he does, that will be quite extraordinary. It is over! A sizzling AJ reminder as he retains his world heavyweight belts and remains on that road to undisputed. Back with a bang, home with the titles. Anyone for Joshua Fury and a double dose in 2021? Yes, please. Joshua's back, and hats off to the bravery and the spirit and the heart of Kubrat Pulev, who was ultimately outclassed and taken out, but he tried everything he could, and he gave a performance that they can be proud of back home in Bulgaria. But it was Joshua's night. Some really good boxing mixed up with a knockout finish, and he's going to see his friend Floyd Mayweather. They spent time together in America. Look at that. Smiles all round. Wonderful pictures. And if anyone was questioning him after the 12-round points display in Saudi Arabia, which was a game plan executed, and were we going to get the old aggressive Joshua back? I think we got, Matt, what we were talking about this week, a mixture of the skills he's learned over the year and also the sheer power he still has, and it's knockout number 22, and it will be one of his sweetest.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful uppercut there. I mean, that is one of Joshua's honey punches, his pet punches, the right uppercut. And, you know, but you're right, Adam, I think it's been a mature performance from Joshua. Controlled aggression. There was more aggressive, he was exciting, he put shots together, but he knew that when it wasn't there, because Pulev, what a solid chin he had, when he had to step back and ease up, that's what he did. That's experience, that's maturity, the controlled aggression, know when to go, know when to get back onto the boxing. I thought it was a really good performance, and carries power late on in the fight, and conditioning-wise and stamina, found the shots, could go through the gears to get the finish when he needed to.
First knockout for Joshua since 2017. Pulev on the floor bundles of times, kept dragging himself up, and he's getting a lot of respect from the crowd. He tried his hardest, and at the age of 39, the mandatory challenger has nothing to be ashamed about at all. That right hand, beautiful from Joshua, and that was the finisher.
Yeah, absolutely. Bang on the chin. At that point, I think, you know, Pulev was still hurt. The reflexes weren't there. Didn't see the shot come in. Beautiful shot. Bang on the chin. You know, it was a one one-sided fight really for Joshua, but Pulev was always dangerous. He was still always there. He had that fantastic chin from which he recovered in the third round, but you know, that was a shot there. You know, maybe if he'd have taken that shot earlier on, maybe he'd have taken it, Pulev, but as he got more tired and he'd been beaten, you know, the fight had been knocked out of him as well at this point. And then that shot, the right hand, he'd already been down from the uppercut. I don't think he'd even properly recovered from that, and I don't think he'd even seen that right hand come in.
Real gladiators. I think they're going to be friends, these two. After with a mature performance, Kubrat Pulev took it to him when he could. Tried everything, shots around the back of the head, anything to rough up Joshua, who kept his cool, and he showcased what they have been working on in that lockdown camp in Sheffield. There they are, Joby Clayton, Angel Hernandez, and of course, the chief, the captain, Robert McCracken. It's a great night for Team Joshua, and it sets us up beautifully for 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Duarte calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 2 minutes and 58 seconds of round number 9. Your winner by knockout, and still the unified heavyweight champion of the world, AJ Anthony Joshua.
Challenger from the IBF out of the way. There is a WBO mandatory challenge in Alexander Usyk, who wants the shot next. There is Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, legalities to sort. But I tell you what, there are not many people in the whole world of boxing, certainly not anyone in the UK, who doesn't want to see Fury and Joshua next. We know the talks are advanced. We will hear, obviously, from Eddie Hearn after this. But that was a strong, tough fight. And in many ways, Johnny's been calling for it all week. The dress rehearsal. They got rounds. They tried things out. And he got the knockout as well that I think he needed to show people that he's still got that in his arsenal.
Yeah, look, I think against Andy Ruiz in Saudi Arabia, he did exactly what he needed to do that night. If you take into account the mental demons, going back in, the immediate rematch, everything like that, he did exactly what tactically he did the right thing in Saudi Arabia. But tonight, he just got rid of everything. Any demons, any doubts, any fears, they're all gone now. That was a brilliant performance. His jab was quality. He controlled the distance. He was his right hand slipping outside that jab, which when he heard him in the third round, his uppercuts were brilliant. When he turned the screw and stepped on the gas, he had the experience and the maturity to step back off it when he knew the knockout wasn't there. Really good performance.
Well, let's hear from the WBA Super, the WBO, the IBF and the IBO heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua, with Andy.
AJ, that's your microphone now. I just wonder if you want to address these fans. You're still unified heavyweight champion of the world.
Wembley Arena. Wembley Arena, can you hear me? Let's make some noise. 1,000 fans in here, let's make some noise. I love you all. Thank you so much for having me this evening. Thank you very much.
Your thoughts on the fight?
It's a fight. Let's talk more action. That was my thoughts on it. Let's talk more action. We done our press conference on Thursday. On Friday, it was a bit of back-to-back, but boxing's about less talk and more action. And I hope everyone was satisfied tonight. Not only with my fight, but the whole undercard as well.
There was talk in the build-up about returning to the old AEJ. You called it the rough and ready, the bruiser. Did we see signs of that tonight, particularly with the uppercut, which seems to be the honey punch for you?
You would have to ask Rob McCracken, Joby Clayton, Angel Fernandez about that. For me, I stuck to what I know best, boxing, looking at where I'm going to put my shots and put them together, and then when they're successful, they're successful. As I said, it's just less talk and more action. I don't even really want to do an interview because I just want the fans to appreciate the hard work. Everyone go home and have a lovely Christmas, and we'll reunite in 2021.
I totally respect that. I'm just going to ask a couple of questions from the fans, because the people do want to hear from you. You've had this laser-like tunnel vision throughout the preparation for this. And I don't even think we've mentioned any names. But now, with a view to the future, are you prepared to entertain the talk of an undisputed...
You ask the fans, I'm not asking, you do. That's your job as a promoter for Sky. You ask the crowd what they want to see. I'm up for anything. Look at the resume. You ask them, you ask. Give them some names.
Okay, I mean, who wants to see Anthony Joshua box Tyson Fury in 2021? I feel like this is promoter Eddie Hearn's job.
That's his job, bro. That's Eddie Hearn's job. That's 258 management's job.
Do you want that fight?
Last year, right, 2019. Look, bro, I started this game in 2013. I've been chasing all the belts. I've been dealing with mandatories. Of course I want to challenge. It's not about the opponent, it's about the legacy and the belt. Whoever's got the belt, I'd love to compete with them. If that is Tyson Fury, let it be Tyson Fury. It's no big deal.
That road to the undisputed is almost clear now.
It's the road to my next fight. I don't care about anything else. It's just one fight at a time, picking them off one by one. That's all it's about for me. I've got to stay focused, man. I've got to stay focused.
Promoter Eddie Hearn, it's my turn to ask you the question now. It's going to take people on both sides to come to the negotiating table. In 2021, would you like to see Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury contest the undisputed heavyweight title?
First of all, I just want to welcome everyone back. It's amazing to see so many faces here tonight. Genuinely, we've missed you. But, you know, now, I think I've talked a lot over the years. There's been a lot of talk. Like he said, it's less talk, more action. Since he came into the office, he wanted to be the undisputed champion of the world. Less talk from us, more action. We're going to be friendly, we're going to be nice. We know what we have to do. Starting from tomorrow, we make the Tyson Fury fight straight away. It's the only fight to be made in boxing. It's the biggest fight in boxing. It's the biggest fight in British boxing history. I know he wants it. He is the best heavyweight in the world, I promise you. He'll break him down, he'll knock him out. But for me, less talk, more action. We know what we have to do. We know what we want to do. It's about legacy, and we will get it done.
Just to echo that, do you believe that you are the best heavyweight in the world?
Bro, I know who I am. I'm not in a fight with anyone else except for myself. I'm the best version of me. I'm the best IBF, IBO, WBA, WBO champion of the world. That's who I am. That's all that matters. Thank you very much for having me. Everyone at home, everyone in the arena, I love you all, and Merry, Merry Christmas. Thank you very much. Eddie.
What a performance from Anthony Joshua. Carl, that is the AJ we know and love. A stunning finish from him.
And round three was fascinating.
Yeah.
It's really good quality performance in round